Hello my darlings, I'm TwisTay and today I'm going to be talking to you about a movie remake that is based off of my phobia. I'm going to talk to you about It. I'm reviewing this movie based off of the suggestion for Jordan, who also stated that if I did not give my opinion about this movie that he would send Pennywise to my house. The story is about a group of kids that live in Derry, Maine who are all bullied, and they are trying to defeat the shape-shifting monster who appears to all these children as a demonic clown. However, he also shapeshifts into what they fear the most, and can they destroy it? Now, I have already done a review on the first part of It, the original It starring Tim Curry. So if you want to watch that, you can click right down in the description below, because that review is all about the kids, the first part. Major difference between this remake and the original is the fact that the original is a TV movie. So of course, it had to be slightly bit sillier. It had to be a little less gory, that way it wouldn't be too censored on the television. The It that was released in 2017, that was released in theaters, so they could go all out when it comes to special effects, when it comes to the makeup, when it comes to the scares, and of course, when it comes to the blood. Now let me get the elephant out of the room here. What did I personally think of the new Pennywise? Especially coming from somebody who is slightly getting over her fear of claustrophobia, which, if you don't know, that is fear of clowns. Which performance was better? Which was more memorable? And which do I prefer? I'll tell you that towards the end. This movie was definitely a lot more creepier and a lot more entertaining. However, there were points when the kids were all together that it just seemed a little bit too much. The music was just too... for me, it gave me an ick factor. There are quite a few scenes which gave me chills down my spine, that freaked me out, and finally answered, what does "they all float" mean? Alright my darlings, let's get down to business of what it has and what it has not, and I will let you know if it is worth watching, or if you should stop clowning around and just go down the drain. There are 5 horror cliches. One of the cliches is that when Georgie in the beginning is going down to the basement is all dark and creepy. And when he tries to turn the light on, he can't turn it on. So that's automatic cliche, and he doesn't do the smart thing in trying to bring the flashlight down with him before he goes. That to me is an overused cliche, and I'm just sick and tired of it. At least acknowledge that it's a cliche. Total amount of eerie moments. There are 6 eerie moments, and these eerie moments made me feel incredibly uneasy. Number 1 eerie moment is, of course, Georgie's death. The build-up between Pennywise and Georgie's conversation, that does help. But Georgie's actual death, that was what got to me. Because in the original movie, I understand that they had to turn down on the gore factor and the violence factor, but all that you seen was Pennywise pulled Georgie's arm into the drain, and then you see little Georgie crying and screaming, and then you see Pennywise's big teeth. That was all that you saw. I was not expecting to actually see Georgie's arm completely chopped off, ripped off, and blood everywhere, and him crying in pain. Total amount of suspenseful moments. There are 3 suspenseful moments, and these suspenseful moments had me on the edge of my seat. This has to do with the projector scene. The projector scene was quite intense. It had a buildup of a projector just going by itself, showing random photos while the entire group was there, and suddenly you see a lady slowly turn into Pennywise. They freak out, they throw the projector on the floor, and it keeps on going. And you see a picture of Pennywise, then blacks. And then you see freaking Pennywise, the real Pennywise, and he's all huge, and he's all coming after them, and he's like on his knees, and it's like really creepy. And it was just mostly build up, in my opinion, that really got to me. Total amount of jump scares, there are 3. These jump scares are stupid as heck. One stupid jump scare has to do when Beverly is in her bathroom. While she's in her bathroom, she turns around and then boom, Pennywise with a loud booming noise. Now, we could have gotten more sense of terror if it did not have that booming loud noise to it. You guys know how I am when it comes to my booming loud noises. I hate them. So that to me kind of killed the tension in that scene. So I'm gonna give this movie 4 out of 5 stars. Yes, this was quite enjoyable. This did have some tension to it. This did have scares because it's a cinematic release. So they could go all out on the special effects. They could go out on the gore. They could go out on the violence. They could go out on the kids swearing up a storm. And of course, they were able to amplify the scares times 10. One of my most favorite scenes is the haunted house scene. It is close to 2/3 of the way into the film, and that entire scene, holy crap, that was incredible. Just the build-up, tension, anxiety, just all of this. But my biggest complaint is Pennywise. That's my biggest complaint. Bill Skarsgård, don't get me wrong, he is a great actor. But his version of Pennywise, you can tell that he is a freaking monster. Kids are not going to be going towards him thinking, oh, this guy's a clown. Oh, he seems really friendly. Oh no, he's biting my arm. Oh shoot. You automatically get a sense of dread and stranger danger when you see Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise. So in a way, that's why I think that Tim Curry's Pennywise will always be more memorable, and why I prefer his Pennywise over the newer Pennywise, because Tim Curry, he acted like a clown. That was the reason that made him absolutely freaky, because he was portraying a clown, somebody that was warm and inviting, that you would not suspect would be a monster. So will the new It be just as memorable as the old It? That's still to be determined. However, when it comes to Pennywise, I'm automatically gonna think Tim Curry over Bill Skarsgård. So have any of you guys seen the new It? What did you think about it? Which Pennywise do you prefer? Do you prefer Tim Curry's, or do you prefer Bill Skarsgård's? Please write your comments down below and we will have a discussion about that. Do you have a movie that you would like for me to review? Old or new, or even a foreign movie? Please write them down below and I will get to them as soon as I possibly can. If you liked what you've seen, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. So, until next time, my loves.